All right, this is a very exciting time of the year as we are facing a lot of fun events in the next month. And so this is kind of like the beginning of the end when we have this pinning ceremony, which we did in the fall, if you remember that. But normally it's done in the spring. So we are going to be giving leadership pins to our head student leaders for the next academic year today. So without further ado, I turn it over to your current head prefect, Bobby Reuter.
Hello, everyone. So I just want to say a few words about what exactly the pinning ceremony is. And actually, you guys kind of got to get a glimpse of this at the beginning of this year because we had rescheduled our pinning ceremony from last spring to this fall. So you sort of got a glimpse of it, but the part that you didn't get to see, which I think is really important, was just how we transition from our current head student leaders to our new head student leaders. So today, we're going to call up our new head student leaders and celebrate them. And we're going to say thank you basically to the head student leaders who have put in a bunch of work this year. But before we get to that, I just want to say a little bit about what the leadership program here at Stony Brook really represents. And I think a lot of it has to do with what you think about Stony Brook big picture. I think a lot of times as we go through our days, as we go through classes, especially around this time of year where we're studying for APs, for exams, we probably have like 4 tests today, 1 million on Monday. Like as we go through all that, there's a lot where we're just thinking about, oh, I'm in this class, this is really stressful, I don't like this teacher, I don't like this homework assignment. But what I would encourage you all to do before we start this assembly is just kind of think about Stony Brook big picture. Because for all of us, this is an opportunity we're only going to get once. We only go through high school one time, and especially at a school like this that's so unique and has such a specific focus, we're only going to get to interact with this community once. And there's a lot, being part of this community isn't what's going to make you a person of character. It's going to be the actions that you take within it and how you embrace it. And that's kind of the 2 words that I would encourage you all to kind of think about is the words embrace it. So Stony Brook here, we're focused on character. Our motto is character before career. And really what we're trying to get at, which is a little bit different than most high schools, is focusing on how we can be a good person and not just how we can get more successes, get more monies. Get more money as we get older. So it's not just about, oh, I'm going to take my classes here, go to a good college, get a good job, although that is a big part of it. But here at Stony Brook, what we're really trying to embrace is how can we be a person of character in a diverse community, which represents the community we're going to go into as we go out into the world. And how can we think about being intentional throughout our day? And the reason I think this ties well into our leadership program here is because our leadership program isn't focused around any one person or any one leader. Like me as head prefect this year, I'm the 50th head prefect. There's been plenty head prefects, so there's going to be plenty more after me. The student leadership program this year isn't about me as a leader. It isn't about your class presidents or anybody in those head positions, but rather it's about a school culture as a whole and how in the community we're trying to focus on how we can be people of character together, not just how we can be great individuals aspiring for high office, as some might call it. So I just want to kind of frame it that way before we start because I think that's a good mindset as we get into this pinning ceremony. So without further ado, we are going to start by honoring our new class presidents and vice presidents. So if the faculty advisors, Mr. Altu and Mr. Maskayan can come up. And apologies if I butcher any names today, guys. Your rising 11th grade president, Sam Specht. Your rising 11th grade vice president, Chris Ding. Your rising 12th grade president, Arjun Venkatesh. your rising 12th grade Vice President, Ade Adedeji. Introducing your rising 11th and 12th grade class council presidents and vice presidents. Thanks, guys. You can go to your seats. Next up, we'll call up our council heads. So if the existing council heads could come up, Anthony Cachado, Isan Poo, Owen Hemsworth, Neve Scanlon, Karina Cristobal, Victoria Lee, Robert Sun, Lem Greaves, Lauren Leach, Nathan Kodawa, Sophia Arascu, and Joshua Sagarino. Your new International Council President, Maya Bukevich. Your new International Council Vice President, Elaine Tian. Your new Prom Committee Head, Hannah Schwan. Your new Stewardship Council President, Samantha Cox. Your new Stewardship Council Vice President, Regina Liu. Your new ASU President, Alana Wu. Your new ASU Vice President, Gabriella Sun. Your new BSU President, Makachi Ani. Your new BSU Vice President, Caroline Beauchajor. Your new HSU President, Liliana Abakoff. Your new HSU Vice President, Karina Cristobal. Your new Tech Crew Head, Aubrey Yoder. Your new Assistant Tech Crew Head, Emma Chen. Introducing your rising council head student leaders. And last but not least, we will call up our current prefect board. So Haley Lee, Nathan Kodowa, Rukaway Alade, Gemma O'Neill, Lauren Leach, Caroline Helmer, Victoria Lee, EJ Lamptey, Yvonne Wang, Tiffany Akinyuade, David Song, Lemuel Kutami, Stephen Hardy, Laura Carey, and Morgan Ruggieri. Introducing your new head prefect, Lily Keegan.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. I'm really excited to be here finally in front of you guys. Sorry I couldn't be here for the original speech. First, I want to say congratulations to all of the head leaders. This is really exciting. And if you're not standing up here today, and if you didn't get a leadership position this year, I just want to let you know that leadership is not about the title. All of us are leaders wherever we go, and you can make an impact on the lives of others no matter what role you hold. Before I begin naming our new prefect board, I want to say thank you to the current prefect board for all of their hard work this year. They had so many restrictions with COVID, and they made some really great things happen this year. Thank you guys for everything you did behind the scenes, and we're really grateful for you guys for your role as prefects, friends, role models. You guys are awesome, so thank you. Round of applause for them. Okay, I will now present our new prefect board. Our new academic prefect is Ore Ogushino. Our activities prefect is Emmanuel Avila. Our admissions prefect is Georgia Abazidas. Our barnhouse prefect is Emma Wang. Our chapel prefect is Nicolette Carlo. Community engagement prefect Emily Berger. Our culinary prefect, Isin Poo. Our diversity, unity, and belonging prefect, Robert Sun. Our work job prefect, Hunter Magnuson. Alexander dorm prefect, Ali Young. Cleveland dorm prefect, Chloe Feldman. Unfortunately, she can't be here with us today, but our Simons dorm prefect is Annie Cow. Our Hegeman dorm prefect, Osazi Alapa. Our Johnston prefect, DJ Pasilico. And last but certainly not least, our Monroe dorm prefect, Daniel Kim. Introducing your 2022 to 2023 Prefect Board. Okay, back to you, Mrs. Detweiler.
We have a very exciting assembly ahead of us. This is our pinning ceremony, kind of marks the beginning of the end. You remember the pinning ceremony we did in the fall. It's actually something we normally do in the spring, so we're doing it at the normal time now, where we celebrate and present to the school our new head leaders for the next academic year. So that is the focus of our assembly today, which is really exciting. So I'm going to ask you to give your full attention to our current head prefect and our new head prefect. So I turn it over to Bobby Reuter.
Hello, everyone. Before we start, I just want to say a little bit about the pinning ceremony. As Dr. Detweiler mentioned, you guys actually got a taste of this in the beginning of the year in the fall, where you saw, it was me and Mr. Crane who called out the student leaders and gave them their pins. But the part that you missed, that's actually a really special moment in this assembly, is a lot of time, or normally when we do our pinning ceremony, we want it to be celebrating the head student leaders that served this year and who did an awesome job throughout the whole year, and then also celebrating the new head student leaders who are going to come in and take their place. So throughout this assembly, you're going to see that how the new head student leaders are going to hand off their positions to the new head student leaders. But before we do, I just want to say a little bit about something I think is important to frame before we get into an assembly about leadership, and especially leadership here at Stony Brook. And what I want to do for a second is just kind of zoom out and think about what Stony Brook really is in the big picture. So I know all of you are really good at knowing what Stony Brook is like day to day, because some of you have gone through 4 years here, 5 years here, and some of you have gone through almost a whole year. You guys know what it's like to show up, go to classes, go to all your meals, go to events. But I want to think about what Stony Brook has been trying to get at since now 1922, 100 years ago, what they're trying to do big picture. And that's really wrapped up in our motto, character before career. Stony Brook is, yes, it's a high school and a middle school, but it's really set apart in its mission to focus about who we are as people before we get into those things, academics GPA successes. So while Stony Brook has a great academic program, we obviously have a college counseling department. We want you guys to think about your future and how to be successful people. First and foremost, our mission is actually a lot different. And that mission is rooted in who you can be as people, and it's rooted in the biblical foundation that you all get here at Stony Brook. And the reason I frame it this way before we get into a leadership assembly is because sometimes I think when we see these assemblies, we can look at these amazing leaders, and they are amazing leaders, and we can say, oh, obviously that person got it. They're suited for it. I'm not like that. But what I think is actually a better way to look at it is here at Stony Brook, instead of just celebrating any one person, we really are promoting a culture here of leadership where we want everybody to be a leader, whether it's in a titled position or just here as a student on campus, promoting that vision of character before career. So as you look at this assembly today, I just want you to think about what it means to follow that for yourself, even if you're not in a leadership position, and what that means to celebrate the people who are in the positions and who will be leading you guys next year. So that's just a little tidbit from me. This will be my 6th year here. I'm wrapping up my last month here. And if there's any advice that I could give you, especially as like the younger schoolers, we just did the upper school assembly, but just especially for you guys, is as you go through your time here at Stony Brook, really try to embrace that vision and think about Stony Brook in the big picture, not just your individual classes and the stresses you might experience throughout the day. So that's all I have to say. And without further ado, we're going to introduce your new head prefect, Lily Keegan.
Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to be your head prefect next year. Before I begin introducing our new head leaders, I just want to give a word of encouragement to all of you. I know it can be hard if you applied for a leadership position and you don't get to stand up here today, but I've been in the same situation. In middle school, I applied for leadership positions that I did not get, and in the moment, it's going to hurt. But what you will learn here at Stony Brook is there's a place for you. Maybe it's not a class president, maybe it's not a delegate, but there is a place for you to lead. We can be leaders on the field, in the classroom, at home. There's a place for all of us. So don't be discouraged if you don't have a title, because you can be a leader no matter what. Now I want to call down the current delegate board: Sabrina Ann Hughes, Haley Lee, Kate Hunt, Amelia Griffin, Isabel Guo, and Adelaide Tejan. Thank you guys for all your hard work this year. I'm now going to introduce our new delegates. Our head delegate, Camilla Riggs. Our academic delegate, Hugo McDonald. Our activities delegate, Caitlin Say. Our chapel delegate, Will Zeron. Our admissions delegate, Mia Trauma. And last but not least, community engagement, Jason Hong. Introducing your 2022 to 2023 delegate board. Can Dr. Detweiler and Mr. Yoder join me? Now we will introduce our rising class presidents and vice presidents. For 8th grade, our president is Jason Liu. Eighth grade vice president, Quinn Davey. Your 9th grade class president, Lila Petrosky. And your 9th grade vice president, Scarlett Davey. Now your 10th grade class president, Sabrina Ann Hughes. And your 10th grade vice president, Boya Zhang. Introducing your 2022 to 2023 class presidents and vice presidents.